ladies and gentlemen, to M-Class Email, episode 33, the year Jesus died.
His age, not the... Well, I guess it was the year, too. No, wait.
It was his 33rd year.
Yeah, so it was the year 33. Well, I mean, it wasn't because it's fake, but...
Rest in peace, Jesus.
Fuck you, Jesus. Where are you now? We need you, Jesus.
This is M-Class Email, the show where you send in emails and we read them. No matter what the fuck they happen to say, we read them.
They could just be a fart sound. Don't send in fart sounds.
Fucking Josh, now they're gonna do that.
No, I'm serious. I don't want to read fart sounds.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Josh.
And we are your hosts through this madness-filled podcast that we have no control over.
We have lost all control over this fucking episode. It's just whatever now.
And to prove that, our first email is from the Department of Interplanetary Relations.
Whoa, sounds important.
The title is The Truth About the Anunnaki.
So, okay, all right. I know what's happening. You put a moratorium on no conspiracy emails.
Well,
and now they found a loophole.
I'm more excited for the conspiracy emails than I am about the fart sound emails.
But I like how they're gaming the system now. They're like, what if it's just from, like, this thing in Star Trek, and then it's like we could read a conspiracy theory.
To the boys who have defined themselves as Trek, your transmissions have received us. It is unclear how you managed to glean information pertaining to our existence if we have been meticulous in our secrecy.
They live underground.
I have been tasked by my superiors to not only determine the source of this knowledge, but to correct some misinformation.
Oh boy, here we go.
For starters, there is no Planet X as you so creatively named it. Rather, our homeworld is known as Babylon 420. And it's a planet full of chill bros who know how to seriously crush brewskis and have a chill time.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Secondly, the pyramids, Anunnaki, bro. We ain't build that shit.
Anunnaki. Oh, that's really good.
It was kind of a prank that got... I feel like I should be doing like that voice for it.
Can you do like a snake voice? It's like a snake voice. That's not nice. That's kind of like a cartoon character voice.
I don't think I can do the bra voice and the snake voice at the same time.
Do like a cool surfer voice, like a Ted.
It was kind of a prank that got out of hand. Your ancestors would not leave us alone with all the revering us as deities and such. So we told them, hey, you see those big rocks over there? It'd be super cool if you could stack them real high or whatever, and we'll bless your crops, I guess? And they did it. Oh man, we got a big chuckle out of that one.
Worth it. Super worth it.
Anyway, I suppose you're wondering why we deigned to visit your backwater space rock in the first place.
Yeah.
I should think the answer is obvious, but the environment is almost as perfectly suited to getting litty-titty as good old Babs 420 is.
Oh my god, litty-titty. Holy fuck, I'm in college.
Turns out your forebears are natural-born keg standers to boot. Other than that, however, we've had limited influence on your homeworld. We did leave you a few ancient Anunnaki secrets, though, such as cut-off jeans, sweet pairs of shades, and that sticky icky.
Wait, you brought weed to us?
Thank you, Anunnaki overlords.
Amazing! No wonder we worshipped you. Jesus.
And perhaps my favorite, the dune buggy.
Oh no!
Although on our planet, these are simply rather large desert insects upon which we race around the sky, bruh.
Like bugs, I get it.
Hope this clears up some stuff, or the elders will totally vaporize my bones. Fare thee well, my dudes. Signed, Please Kill Me, Department of Interplanetary Relations. It's spelled PLS, KHILME. Please kill me.
What a crazy name. Is that a family name?
Kill Me is a family name.
The Connecticut Kilmies?
Thanks for that email, Please Kill Me.
Sorry about all the misunderstandings.
Yeah.
I guess that's a Star Trek related event.
Ain't no Planet X coming. Because ain't not space. Because ain't no globe Earth. This was sent from my space iPhone, which I always love.
My space iPhone.
Our next email is from Dungeon Master, and it's titled, Is Jeff reading email titles now?
Damn, how did he know?
Ahoy, Trek boys.
Hi, Trek Boys.
Trek boys. I'm writing this email the day before Space Valentine's Day, and I have plans playing D&D with my buds.
Nice.
What are you guys doing on that satellite? I bet you guys are making a place a veritable Ryza.
Oh yeah, just the two of us, just rising it up.
Just the two of us.
We can bone if we try.
Just the two of us. Jizzing, yeah.
We just replicate lube like 24/7.
It starts to
however long it
chafe
is.
otherwise.
I mean, lube is. I mean, you gotta lube. You gotta like once you go lube, any kind of lube, fucking, that's it. You're done.
Look under your chairs, buds. Yep, I got you guys some Klingon chocolate. This stuff is
Oh.
illegal in 69 districts. Enjoy, Trek boys.
What? Wait, what?
It's moving. Why is it
I li-
moving?
I like how Klingon anything is just more of the thing.
The chocolate
blood
is like
wine.
doing the worm across the floor.
It is a
so-
worm. It's just a chocolate worm. It's
Oh
not
my
even
god.
chocolate. It's just dirt.
Wouldn't that be fucking crazy if Klingons had like a worm that just was made of the substance chocolate that Earth?
I would
people
move to
eat?
fucking Kronos and get a migraine so bad I died.
And fucking like the Klingons are like, oh, you fucking people eat worm? What are you?
Yeah, they just hate it. Like it's gross.
And then they see our worms and they're like, oh shit, it's gone. That's awesome. But for real, your podcasts and content make a time that I typically don't like. Not because I'm lonely, but because people like to insist I am, into a good time. Founder and CEO of Cool Crimes Inc., Phantom Thief Goofus, with a little ghosty next to it.
Goofus. Thanks,
Oh,
Goofus.
love that Goofus.
That was a very existentially complicated last sentence. I had to think about it. I was like, okay, I think I'm following you.
Our next email is from Poppy,
Poppy!
which is always a trip.
Green blood, green bud.
I want you to get that.
I will,
tattoo.
dude. I want it to be in like the font, like the language,
The
though, right?
Vulcan
Like,
language.
'cause I
Poppy
wanna
has
have to-
created tattoos for us to get in the Vulcan language.
yeah, I'm gonna get a green blood, green bud with a weed leaf in the pyramid, like the what's that pyramid? The mountain of what's the mountain?
Pyramid of
Fuck.
Truth? I don't remember.
It's the like icon. It's
Everybody
Mount
knows what
Saleya.
pyramid you're talking about. The one from the dollar.
Yeah, No, not that dollar. No, the Klingon dollar. I mean the Vulcan dollar.
Oh, Mount Saleya?
It's like the infinite truths and infinite diversity thing.
Yeah, infinite. It's infinite. Shit. Now I don't remember. Infinite.
It's got a name, like the actual
IDIC. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
It's like the fucking
The only mountain I know from Vulcan is Mount Saleya.
yeah. I think it's this mountain. It's this pyramid. Here, I'll show it to you.
Is it Mount Saleya?
I think it's supposed to be Mount Saleya. That's what I always thought.
Like, I'd love to just get the IDIC tattooed somewhere. That'd be pretty
Where
dope.
the fuck are you?
The title of Poppy's email is Enterprise, more like Enter Her Prize, am I right?
Oh my god!
And then there's like a sad face next to it.
I don't know. You said it, Poppy.
Oh, Trek boys. I've been watching Enterprise for the first time. It took me a while to warm up to it, but by the middle of season 2, it really began to feel like Star Trek, and I look forward to the next episodes.
Thank you, Poppy. I agree.
I was like, Josh, did you make Enterprise?
Yes, I'm Brandon Braga.
Oh god, no wonder you were taking up for him so hard.
I am not a homophobe, or am I?
So I've been watching season 3, and I thought the Zindi arc was well done, with character growth and hard choices amidst action and danger. Yay! Side note, I've been mentally comparing it with Battlestar Galactica, only because they were originally on TV around the same time. Side note to side note, I mean years, not time slots, but you knew that Trek boys ain't no dummies.
Yes. They were on television at similar times. Except for, as you know, Poppy, and as everybody else, besides Jeff knows, that they really milked the fuck out of Battlestar Galactica. Battlestar Galactica ended in 2011 or some shit like that. And it's 4 seasons of it.
Battle what, Galacta who?
See? You see what I'm dealing with, Poppy?
The show built and sustained momentum from one episode to the next, and I binged the end of the season last night, or rather very early this morning, because I had to know what happened next. Spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't read this.
Yeah.
I can't read this on the show, Poppy.
Why? What does it say? Because it's spoilers?
There's spoilers. It's
well, you
all
can't read it.
spoilers.
Don't read it.
Oh no. Hopefully season 4 isn't totally off the rails. Maybe I'll revise my take on this, but while hard left turn, I think that's the human expression.
Yeah. I would say season 4 is very, very good. I really like season 4, and I kind of view season 4 as like where they were gonna transition into Romulan shit, because they do. Like, there's a bunch of Romulan shit in it, so I like it.
I'm like holding my hand over the spoilers,
You
so I
don't
don't
read it. Just go to the next part.
Yours trekfully, Lieutenant Junior Grade Poppy of the USS What the Fuck is Happening?
I can't believe they named a ship that.
I feel like they named that under duress. Like the ship was under fire when they were naming it.
That's the old how to name a ship. It's the first thing someone says on the bridge.
I think we should name this ship the USS... Oh fuck, what the fuck is happening?
My pussy's so wet.
Oh my god.
Because someone's like fucking on the bridge.
Yeah. P.S. I generally don't like it when shows pair off characters, but I'm totally here for Trip and T'Pol.
Yeah.
I don't know what my feelings are doing. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you kind of like hate it, but you kind of don't. And then you're kind of like, oh, I get it. Like, it's kind of really endearing. For whatever reason.
It's a roller coaster.
It's a roller. It is. It's a Vulcan roller coaster.
A Vulcan coaster.
Which is just a straight line, because what's the point?
It is. They just get in. It's like a trolley that goes from one location to the other.
It's just like a fucking subway.
Thanks for that email, Poppy. Our next email is, oh boy, this is long. It's from Michael K, who says,
Michael Knight from Knight Rider?
No, I wish.
Oh my, I love Knight Rider.
The title of this email is Getting Through Trash Come Hell or High Trash Water.
Ew, trash water.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
Hey, Trek boys.
Hi.
Myself and the event catering team are making our way to the home planet of the Sponge Monkeys, the former spokesband for Quiznos Subs.
Oh my god.
What
got the subs!
What a deep cut, dude.
I can't believe I remember. We got the subs!
Oh my god.
That's like fucking like, oh my god, that's like, what year was that? Like 2001?
I feel like that's from like a pocket dimension that we all felt but didn't live through.
God. Let me look. That's gotta be like when I was in high school even. Oh my god.
Apparently they started their own music festival not too long ago, and it's been getting a lot of attention recently. Unfortunately, this is a short notice gig for our company. With our limited time frame, most of our attention was focused on making sure plenty of food was ready for the public when we got there. Turns out one of the headlining food stand for the event was the number 2 bread bowl soup maker in the planet system. But they just and ghosted at the last minute.
Damn.
No reason given. No one seemed to be able to reach them.
Shit, man.
I'd be a bit more excited about the whole thing if there were a second or third option. Turns out we're the 5th. No offense taken. These are usually the type of jobs we get for a company our age. I guess the Quiznos company has been around for a long time.
I'll say this about Quiznos. I don't go there because we don't have one. Sorry.
I can say this about Quiznos. I don't go there.
I don't like au jus, like the sauce. Like, I'm not big into. I don't like I I like a thick sauce.
Oh, you don't like a liquid in a bowl you put your sandwich in?
Yeah, I like a something on the sandwich is fine, right? But I don't want to dip my sandwich in brown water. Sorry. We just lost Quiznos as a sponsor.
Oh no, our only sponsor. So I'm reading ahead in this email.
Yeah.
And it seems that Michael has sent us an email about Batman Beyond.
Okay.
And
the
how
dancing in that show is great.
He was reading a comic, a Batman Beyond comic.
Did we talk about Batman Beyond or something?
Called Future's End.
Okay.
And he fucking loves Terry McGinnis and Future Bruce, so he was fucking all about it.
Old Bruce he's crotchety, even more crotchety.
Did you hear people's idea to have fucking, oh my god, I can't remember his name now. Holy shit, he played
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton play Old Bruce.
That would be great.
In a Batman Beyond movie. I would fucking put it in the continuity of the Burton movies.
That would be cool that I wouldn't want it to be I mean, I'm not high on Burton. I'm not like a big Burton guy. So like
I like the Batman movies.
Batman is great, Beetlejuice is great, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure is great.
Yeah.
Those are great movies.
Like I don't want him to direct it.
Yeah, I don't want him. I guess it would work kind of because like everything's really future-y weird, right?
Yeah.
Like there's like crazy there's also like jet cars and shit. Like it's crazy.
Like he explains the comic to us.
Okay. I'll just read it. No offense.
What is this email about?
We must have been talking about Batman Beyond.
I feel like this is because at the end of one episode we jokingly said people could write in about whatever they wanted.
Oh, so we wrote in about Batman Beyond. Yeah. I do love Batman Beyond.
I love Batman Beyond. Like there are only two Batman things I ever got like super into.
The song is so cool, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool.
I only got super into Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. That's it.
Yeah, Batman Beyond was like the methadone. Because like after Batman, both incarnations of the animated series were done, like we needed more Batman.
Oh yeah, put it right into my fucking veins.
Oh, I love when Batman's all old. And he's like, I'm a miserable fuck.
I fucking love when Superman shows up and he just looks almost the same except he has white in his hair.
He has a little gray. Yeah, he's a little gray.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip to anyway. Now that I'm back to being hyped up on toasted nerd rage, time to direct it towards tenderizing some porg cutlets for the hot chicken style sliders we'll be selling.
Porgs? You're selling porgs?
Before I get back to the kitchen to annoy the crew with more gripes, I just wanted to know, have you ever committed to a piece of media that didn't start out great, but then it ended up getting worse over time, but you still stuck with it just to see where it was going?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And what were the moments in it that almost made you give up on the whole thing?
Discovery aside,
that's true.
There's been a few. You're gonna crucify. People are gonna be so mad at me.
Do it.
What's it called? Fucking the show about meth and
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Like I watched like the first couple episodes and I was like, yeah. I was like, all right.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, man. I'll come back to this, and
we'll get there, right?
I don't know if it's good or bad because I only watched 2 episodes, so I don't really have an opinion.
I think that was mostly like fandom ruining it for me, which is not fair. It's not fair to do.
I mean, it's hard not to let that happen sometimes.
Also, Walking Dead is similar.
Like, I watched the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead, and I was, like, into it.
I watched the first, like, 5 seasons of Walking Dead, and then I was like, I'm totally good. We don't need to watch this anymore.
Dude, I felt that way, like near the end of season 3. Like, I watched season 1 and season 2. Maybe halfway through season 3, I was like, this is the same shit every episode.
It's so tedious. Like, it's fucking never end. It'll never end. It'll fucking never end.
It got to a point where, like, I was like, I like 2 characters on this show.
I don't like any of them. I hate all of them.
Like, I liked Glenn, I think.
Yeah, Glenn's dead.
And his wife.
She's not dead?
They didn't die at that point. Spoilers, I guess, for a show.
Yeah, well, whatever. Who cares?
That's not what this podcast is about, so fuck you, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know, fucking shut up.
I do another podcast called Rider Club Radio that's all about Kamen Rider, and so I was absolutely... The whole premise of the show is that we watch the newest show as it airs.
Yeah.
And we did a show every week, because the show was weekly, where we talked about the show. And I did not foresee the negative consequences of this setup. This show called Kamen Rider Ghost started, and we had high hopes for it, and it was the fucking shittiest version of that show I've ever seen.
That's I felt that way.
We were trapped. We had to watch it.
That's kind of how we did with Discovery, you and I, where we were like, oh no, we have to do this shit.
And it was like... It was catharsis almost that like every week we got to get together and shit on the show
about it,
but we still had to watch it.
I used to hate that with like Power Rangers when they would, you know, get the new season and it was all new. It's like it sucks, man. Like
with Kamen Rider, they've been doing like every season, like they do 52 episodes of a show and it's one story.
Yeah,
and then the next series is like a completely unrelated story that has like a lot of the same tropes and stuff.
That's like the British way of making a show, but like in reverse almost, because like British shows last like maybe 5 episodes.
That's true. Right? It is the exact reverse of that.
And then in Japan, they're like, I think we could get 72 good episodes out of this.
And for the most part, like I love Kamen Rider, I love like a lot of tokusatsu. Like they don't get 52 good episodes.
No,
they get
impossible.
Like 34 good episodes.
Yeah, it's like impossible, man.
And Kamen Rider Ghost had 0 good episodes, and I had to watch it for a fucking year.
Yeah, 52. Jesus. Did they? Was there a part when Kamen Rider was a ghost, Kamen Rider Ghost, and then he goes and he does the pottery mill with...
No. I waited 52 fucking episodes for that. It didn't even happen.
What's the name of the song? Unchained Melody?
Yeah.
That plays?
Really, it was mostly a bunch of characters I didn't like mugging for the camera for fucking 30 minutes at a time while I had to sit there.
I've got a line in a DVD movie and I'm gonna ham it up.
So yeah, I was literally trapped for a year watching a show I didn't
That's
like.
horrible, man. There's a few, like, thankfully though with Netflix it's really easy to just be like, fuck it, right?
Yep.
Like, who cares, right? So there's a few shows like on Netflix I've abandoned. I started watching back when it was first on, that show Lilyhammer, which is like a Netflix show about a mobster who gets witness relocated to Norway.
I don't know that one.
It was on for like 2 seasons, and like it was kind of like Sopranos-y, kind of, but it was just like not great. And I was like, yeah, I don't care, and I stopped watching it. And then they canceled it because it wasn't very good.
I'm not much to keep doing something I don't like. I don't really do that very much.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If it doesn't make me feel comfortable, like especially entertainment, like I just don't do it.
It's like you only have so much time in your life, right?
Yeah, I'm not wasting it watching Lilyhammer.
Like, if I'm in the middle of a book and I'm not enjoying it, I'll just throw it off to the side. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Like, I had high hopes. If I have high hopes for something, I'm more likely to give it more of a chance and, like, keep trying to get into it.
Right.
But I'll still drop it at a certain point. There are a lot of comics that I got, like, real excited for. Like, they're like, here's this great idea for a story. And then I read it and it's, like, garbage.
Yeah, that's comics, though, right?
Comics is a grab bag, really.
Yeah,
like,
it's hit or
miss.
miss.
Like any other type of media where, like, you're really rolling the dice if you pick up something blind.
Right.
And the problem with, like, mainstream comics is that they've just been, like, recycling the same stories and characters for, like, 80 years.
Yeah.
And, like, stories are, like... I don't think you have to end a story. I think it's better if it does.
Yeah.
But you got to do something to keep it fresh.
Yeah, you have to, like, there needs to be, like, a line of demarcation, right? You need to, like, say, like, okay, this is the end of this. Like, I think you have to. Because, like, at that point, like, we're just into, like, I know, I talk about, like, Riverdale, right? Yeah, I talk about that a lot. But like, it's like an Archie comic where now it's just like every week is just another dumb thing, and it's like, wait, what happened to the story? Like, where did the
story's gone? It's time for syndication, bitch.
Where did it go? Like, what happened?
Like,
just went away.
Comics are like looked down on as a media pretty heavily.
Oh yeah,
and it's probably because like the big two mainstream comics mostly just make like really disposable type of stories where it's like, I don't know, like the Joker's escaped and he's gonna kill like 1 million people.
Right. How many more times can this happen?
And it gets tiresome, but every now and then there's still like a really great story that comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't stick with it if it sucks.
That's probably, it's easy with comics too, because you can just not go buy them.
Yep. And they are like $4 each, so yeah.
It's like crazy.
Which is nuts. Like, I'm much more of a graphic novel collection type guy, where it has like the full story in it.
Yeah, I have the Invincible one of that.
That's a great comic, Invincible is.
Good.
Like, I'll recommend Tom King and Mitch Gerard's Miracle. Mr. Miracle came out.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday, actually, in trade paperback. And that story is a mind fuck.
That's awesome.
Like, the art in it is amazing, and it has this, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, unreliable narrator to it. Like, the way the story is told is, like, completely unreliable to the reality of what's actually happening in the story.
That's cool.
So you have to, like, figure out what's real and what's isn't.
Real. That's sweet.
And, it's also, like, a bunch of different metaphors for growing up and, like having to take responsibility for yourself as an adult.
Is there a Blink-182 song break?
Yes.
I guess this is growing up.
Like, he's been an adult forever or whatever, but, like, it's the most human story. Like, his wife is, like, Big Barda, who's, like, this, like, gigantic muscle woman.
Oh, yeah.
And she's fucking awesome. But, like, they've been married in comics forever, and she finally, like, gets pregnant by accident.
By accident, sure.
And it's like...
you know how it happened, guys.
Well, they do show them having sex in the comic.
Is there P and V? Is it like porn?
No, it's not porn. It's very tastefully done. Although, like,
artfully done.
Mr. Miracle's thing is that he's, like, the universe's greatest escape artist. And
he couldn't escape his jizz out of there, though.
So he likes getting tied up for sex.
Oh yeah. Of course he does. Mixing work and pleasure.
Hell yeah. But he
that's not a very good idea.
That's what TV tells me. But like, he has to face the responsibility of like he has to be a father now. Yeah.
Can't escape he's that also one,
like,
can ya?
There's also a whole like thing about like depression in it and like how you deal with depression. Awesome. It's
well,
like,
here's the thing. Here's my experience. You don't, and then it comes back every so often, and you're just living with it forever. Go on.
Michael K. finishes his email that we were supposed to be reading with, "Thanks for making the hot, sweaty hours in the kitchen a bit more bearable. I'll get back to you guys on how the festival goes. Fingers crossed we're not flying into a fire festival situation here."
Oh, fuck, dude. I didn't watch that shit, but
I didn't watch
it
either, but I've heard about it.
I, like, kind of can't. Because, like, I've, like, not... I don't want to say, like, I've lived, like, experiences like that, but I've... Like, I think we've all worked for people who would exhibit similar qualities, right? Like... It would cause some post-traumatic stress in me, I think. Because I've been around some fake-ass fucks who've been like...
I've not watched it because I don't care.
Yeah, that too. I've been watching Umbrella Academy, and it's
I want to watch that, because I've read the comic.
It's so good.
The comic is fucking amazing. You know, it's by Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
I did not know that.
He also he's like, I don't like My Chemical Romance. He's to me he's like light years better as a comic book writer than he ever was in a band.
Yeah.
He did Umbrella Academy, but he also did a Doom Patrol run, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's married to Lindsay from Mindless Self-Indulgence, and she is, like, just the greatest.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's news to me.
There's a fun fact, some fun band facts for you. And, like, Mindless Self-Indulgence, like, makes fun of My Chemical Romance all the time. And I think it's, like, on purpose, right?
Probably.
Like,
it's a little dig. Because,
like,
dig.
I think she's Jimmy, the singer. I think she's his cousin, I think, is how that works.
It's a family band.
Yeah, everyone's related.
Until next time, Trek boys, Michael K., husband of the mask, product curator and menu developer, Space and Sea Food Provisions, USS Bacchus.
Cool name. It's like a party ship.
It's Endless Party Ship.
Wine ship.
Our next email is from Henry, who says, "Dear Commander Henderson and Captain Pennington."
Wait, hold the fucking phone. Wait a minute.
Like I outrank you, bitch.
Hold. All right. What? You know what? Fine.
I am an academy student who has been assigned for some years to the USS Sousa as her chief cultural and morale officer.
Oh, nice.
Spare time is few and far between. He put in parentheses, "I'm in a college brass band that tours a lot," is what I'm trying to get at.
The Sousa, yeah.
I have recently begun watching the historical footage of the various Enterprise ships in Deep Space Nine because of your transmissions.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself using a watch list due to my lack of time to analyze all the historical footage.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, one, is the footage of the Discovery era really as bad as they say? Yes.
In our opinion, yeah, it's weak. It's weak. It's a weak premise. Little weak.
It's just
prequelitis. It's prequelitis.
Oh yeah, there's a definite delineation for me between like great Trek and bad Trek.
The valley is large,
and bad Trek is JJ Trek, and that's exactly where Discovery sits.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I've heard from people that the second season gets better, but I fucking heard from people that the first season got better, and you lied
too.
like motherfuckers.
It gets actually worse?
Yeah, it does get worse.
Because there's the Mirror Universe, which is like the cliche-iest, fucking crotchiest ass shit.
Bottom of the barrel reference material shit.
It's like fucking for idiots.
Question 2, is the footage from Voyager really considered the worst of the main series? I asked this because Voyager was actually my introduction to Starfleet when I was a kid. So maybe it's just nostalgia.
I think a lot of people, their first introduction is Voyager, and there's the definite like reverent, like people really like Voyager, I think, for that, and I think that's fine. Like if you're starting with Voyager, it just gets better. And like that's not me like shitting on Voyager, but I really do think like critically like the shows other than Voyager are better. So like but Voyager is definitely, we say it all the time, and we just did the episode on Voyager. It's Star Trek. Like it definitely is Star Trek. So
it is in the camp of good Star Trek to me.
Yes.
It's the least good of the Star Trek.
Right, there had to be a least good, right? They all couldn't be, I mean, I guess there could be if it was a perfect world. Yeah. They all could be as good as, but they're not.
I guess Star Trek V is worse than Voyager.
Star Trek V is worse than Voyager.
There are some of the movies that are worse than Voyager.
Star Trek 3 is worse than Voyager, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's just the end of 2. It's just like, here's what happened at the end of 2, right? Like
I think that bothers you more than me, but I think I might agree that Voyager is better than it anyway.
It's just like, it didn't need to be a movie. Like we didn't need
gotta make that money,
but it leads to 4 though, so that's good.
4
so,
is
like,
amazing.
I don't know what to think about it.
4 was my favorite for such a long time until I finally decided 6 was my favorite.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you for having my opinion, Jeff.
Thanks for being right.
Hopefully those answered your questions.
Yeah, I think we kind of answered them.
Sincerely, Lieutenant Commander Henry Torbert, Chief Morale Officer, USS John Philip Sousa.
Thank you, Henry.
Henry, you called yourself an academy student, and yet you're listed as lieutenant commander, and you also work on a starship.
Maybe he's in year, like, 3. They give him those pips.
He's in year 87.
He's like Van Wilder.
I like that we got some rank ups.
We got promoted.
We got promoted. I got promoted a little bit more, apparently.
Some of us promoted more, yeah. I don't really know. Oh, they're after me. The cops are coming.
Captain Pennington.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. It just rolls off the tongue. Right, Commander?
It sure does, Captain. I love this new paradigm we've walked into.
We're actually both ensigns, Henry.
Yeah, ensigns, yeah. Where the keg at?
Now we're equal again. Fuck you, Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get fucked up.
Our next email is from Lieutenant Commander Nicholas McCaskey.
That's a fucking Star Trek name if I ever heard one.
It definitely is. It's titled Trek Boys.
Oh, hello.
Hello, you beautiful boys.
Thank you.
Hello. Oh, I'm blushing.
Oh my god, my penises are erect.
I have just finished coitus with my new girlfriend, and that made me think of you guys.
Thanks, dude.
I'm glad
High five.
I'm glad that we're on your minds.
Good work, I guess.
While she's not that into TNG, she dislikes Discovery, which makes me think she has some good judgment.
Yeah, you should probably marry her. You did have sex with her, so it is mandated.
You have to marry her now. She has nice boobies and a great butt, so I figured you guys would support that.
I mean, I would hope that you would think that, being as you just, had sex. I mean, those are things that you should think about somebody probably that you are putting your wiener inside.
I hope that she listens to this and gets all those compliments.
Yes, yeah, I hope that she hears this.
I'm working on her appreciating the show we all love. She's all sexed out, so fell asleep early into First Contact, but liked watching Emissary, so I call that a win.
This is like the fucking lewdest ass shit.
This dude is like, yo, guys, I totally had sex. Stop not believing me. I definitely had sex.
No, I believe him.
Pitch it or ditch it.
Sex with my girlfriend.
Josh is captain of the space station due to an administrative error and makes Jeff his slave, a la every 1960s sitcom. Oh, the tables have turned in this email.
We just said this. This is so weird again.
Hilarity ensues until an admiral, let's call him Kevin, comes to announce that it was actually Jeff who was promoted, though only to commander. The final shot is of Josh polishing Jeff's boots while Jeff shrugs at the camera.
The tangled webs we weave.
When first we go on shore leave.
We decide to treat other people like crap. Pitch it. I'm
gonna pitch it if I also lose my promotion to commander at the end of the episode. Like, I make him polish my boots and do a bunch of like slave style 1960s shit, even though I hate using that word.
Yeah.
Do a bunch of like, now you gotta do my chores shit, and then I lose my promotion to commander because of it, and we're both left bereft at the end of the episode.
Back to square one. See you next week. Buy Laramie cigarettes.
Get those smooth, cool Laramie cigarettes.
Doctors say you should smoke 9 to 10 Laramies a day.
It's good for your lungs.
It'll clear out the asbestos. With more asbestos.
It'll get rid of the bad asbestos and put in the good asbestos.
And there's like a little 1960s cartoon of bad asbestos dressed as a Native American and a cowboy shooting. That's what it would be.
It would.
I didn't make it. That's what it would be.
Love you all. Watch out for the Trumps. I hear they might shut down your government.
Yep.
It might happen again.
Probably not. We'll just have to deal with his tyranny now.
Signed, Lieutenant Commander Nicholas McCaskey. I got promoted at work of the USS Bitches and Money.
This dude started out his email basically calling out his girlfriend.
Straight up like, hey guys, I just fucked my girlfriend. What up?
That's cool, man.
That's good. I'm glad you had coitus.
With your 2 dicks.
Our next email is from Boston Sean.
Oh, this guy again.
who entitled it 218.
That's the email date, probably.
Yes,
it's like
it is
2
the
days
date.
later.
And he begins with Trek Boys. Big fan of sending in fan emails while in cold medication, then listening to the email being read and being embarrassed by it here.
There you go. Well, there you learned your lesson.
This time, I promise I didn't do that.
Sure. Did you have sex with that guy's girlfriend?
Uh-oh. So, I'm watching Enterprise, and wouldn't you know it, my viewing of Carbon Creek lined up with the podcast.
No way.
This show is so cool. I love that the Andorians get so much airtime, and I love that one sexy Andorian.
Oh, what's her name?
Shran. Fuck. However, I can see why Jeff probably didn't get into it. The show is real hard on Vulcans. As much as Jeff laments that so much new Trek try to take the Utopia out of the Federation, Enterprise takes that from Vulcan society. Hiding a listening post within a holy temple? That sounds like something they would do on the other side of the neutral zone.
Yeah, well.
I guess not every Vulcan can be T'Pon.
We all can't be T'Pon.
I'm somewhat fine with Vulcans in Enterprise. Like, it's growth. As long as they learn and grow by the end of the show, it's fine.
It totally gets explained, and I think the payoff is really well done. Honestly,
I know it already, but the problem I have with a show when it does something incorrectly is when it's not building towards anything.
Right, if it's just random.
Like
Spock being in a mental institution. Fuck it.
Like, Section 31 is never going to be resolved.
No.
So it's literally just this weird black mark on Star Trek to me.
When you make Section 31 this, now it's a new villain, that's fucking dumb. That's lazy bullshit. Give it a purpose. What are you saying about Section 31 and the Federation? That's what it should be. But instead it's here they are again, those bad guys. And it's this is fucking Doctor Who at this point.
They're definitely used that way in Discovery, because they're now in Discovery, Section 31.
That's what I was talking about, mainly, is that.
Section 31 is literally, they got away with it. There's no resolution. That forever they get to do horrible shit behind the scenes of our utopia, and we just accept it.
I know you hate that.
I really don't like that. I'm not a fan.
But in the original Section 31, though, I think in my opinion, it adds a little bit of that DS9, what are we doing? Well, what are we sacrificing, right, for our life?
Well, that's the big difference between the things I like about DS9.
Yes.
That does a lot of the same things. Like, the one I always point out to is the episode where changelings are on Earth.
Right.
And we have to face the horrible shit that we're doing and come to terms with it. But we're never going to face Section 31 and come to terms with it.
Right.
And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. It's just set dressing now.
Yeah, they're a faceless character. They're like robot villains in a cartoon. You can kill as many of them as you want, right? Fuck it.
They're literally set dressing in a video game universe now.
Yes.
And they were definitely set up to be we really have to examine the core foundation of what the Federation is.
But
instead we never did that.
Yeah, typically, everything that happens now is we learned the wrong lesson, and J.J. Abrams was but they have a building in London.
Yeah,
it's but
they got cool leather outfits and they shoot bigger guns.
Yeah, fuck it. That's.
Boston Sean does have a pitch it or ditch it for our consideration.
Okay.
It's TNG. It's Christmas time, and the Enterprise finds itself back at Earth. A perfect time for some R&R. Will Riker takes a deep breath, and with a little encouragement from Troy, boards a shuttlecraft to Alaska.
Oh, jeez.
When he arrives at Daddy Riker's door, he's surprised to see Thomas Riker also on the front porch.
What the fuck?
Oh, I guess I should have expected you. The door swings open and Kyle Riker exclaims, "Am I seeing double? 4 disappointments?"
He's drunk already.
The three of them have a very passive-aggressive dinner, and Kyle drinks too much. So let me get this straight. You were a transporter accident, and you were just an accident?
Damn, that's fucking Burn City. I love it. That's a Christmas time level family burn.
Holy shit, I never want to see Daddy Riker ever again. Like, that guy is such a piece of shit.
He's shitty. He's like a shitty dad central, dude.
Like, the episode tries its damnedest to be like, no, he's your dad. You should give him a chance.
No, I hate that shit.
But I hate that shit for one.
Hate that shit.
In everything.
In everything, yeah, I agree.
But for two, Kyle Riker is an irredeemable piece of shit. He left a 13-year-old boy to fend for himself in Alaska.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
B-plot, Data binge watches Baywatch.
Wait, what? Are you sure you're not on cold medicine
I
anymore?
feel like you might be on cold medicine.
Did you get on that tussin again? Are you tussin in it?
Tussin.
He's on the tussin.
I gotta go back into my back room and tussin.
Just drink a bottle of tussin and fucking robo-trip my face off.
Well, I gotta get back to scrubbing the transporter panels. Hope to see you aboard soon. Boston Sean, Petty Transport Officer, USS Tapon's radio program.
Ditch it.
I'm gonna ditch it. I
agree. I don't want to see that guy treat Riker like shit. I hate that guy.
I love Riker and hate him.
If I wanted to see a dad treat a son like shit, I'd talk to my dad.
Yeah. Well, my dad's dead, so.
Oh, you're lucky.
Our next email.
The spit take.
Is from Phantom Thief Sean Young.
Wait.
We got another Phantom
Sean
Thief.
Young from fucking Blade Runner. Sean Young.
That's Sean Young. She's now listening to our podcast.
She was so beautiful.
Dude,
oh my
she's
god.
Like in Blade Runner. She's like one of the most beautiful women that ever lived.
God, you watch like in Blade Runner, you're just like, fuck, you're so beautiful.
She's like angelic looking.
She's unbelievably beautiful, and then she went insane.
She did lose her mind. She went full Margot Kidder and lost her fucking mind.
Yeah, she went Kidder.
That's what Hollywood does to you, though. You just fucking lose your mind.
Especially if you're a woman, and they have like all those like extra bullshit nightmare shit they have to deal with.
So he sent us a little message I'll read to you later if I remember, but he does have a regularly scheduled email.
Okay.
It says, hello, fellow spacemans.
That's spaceman.
Last time I shot you guys a message, things were a little out of hand. Some issues with the Ferengi, some missing shipments of things. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that's all been cleared up now.
Thank God.
Also, you should check Trash Containment Unit 03. There's some inner tubes that are for sure not for a space dune buggy, and I for sure didn't smuggle them up there for you. Best not to ask questions.
Fucking dune buggy!
Time to buggy it up.
Let's get bugged out.
That's full on bugged.
I'm bugging for some bugging.
Let's go bug chasing. Wait.
Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go dune buggying.
As a side note, did you know Phantom Thief Goofus runs a really solid operation?
Oh my god, this is like a fake account Yelp review. I really love the owner of this restaurant.
Dude totally will have your back if you join up with Cool Crimes Inc. TM. But seriously, don't cross him/them. You'll see what happens when you stave a Yeti. I'm thinking that's supposed to be starve a Yeti. And toss an unarmed individual into their containment crate? Not a pretty sight. These guys have so many Yetis.
I don't know why. I don't really know what the market for a Yeti is, but whatever.
I don't know.
Is it the milk?
Ferengi probably like drink the milk for better umox.
Oh man, I bet it's like really disgusting. It's like human milk. I've never had it.
I never want to have it. Like, new mothers are always like, try my milk. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no, wait. Who? This happens to you?
New mothers are always like, it's just breast milk. It's not that bad. You can try it.
Yeah, well,
and
piss is just piss. It's not that bad, but I'm not going to drink it.
Oh, nah.
You got some freaky friends, dude.
That's right. Well, I'm off to do some more cool crimes. Next mission seems to be something about a temporal wormhole-based heist. Should be fun.
Oh, man, that's like Ocean's 11 level awesome.
Wishing you the best, former space smuggler, now phantom thief, Sean Dune Buggy Smuggler Young.
Buggy Smuggler. Thanks, Sean Young.
Thank
You're
you.
so hot.
Thank you, Sean Young. Be my GF.
Be my GF in 1982.
Our next email is unsigned. So I'm going to say it's from Pizza Man.
Okay, Pizza Man.
From the Discord.
Okay.
Ahoy, Trek boys.
Hello.
He called us Trek Buoys.
Oh, like
also, his email is titled Pizza Emoji Man Emoji. So I think it's signed Pizza Man.
That's one way to do it. Pictograms.
So my original plan was to write in each chapter of that Star Trek Tokyo Pop manga, but it turns out only the first chapter was any good. So I had a couple of friends who know very little about Star Trek write a couple episodes. It sort of turned into a full season, so read as many or as few as you like.
Oh my god.
It's time to pitch it or ditch it.
Is this like the 90s Nickelodeon version of Pitch It or Ditch It? Pitch It.
Or ditch it.
What would you do?
And instant, I think it was like Duel Master or Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel.
Oh, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Mm-hmm.
I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
I watched like one episode and I was like, no, I get it.
I have friends who fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Of
But I was
course.
never into it.
I never got into it either.
Pitch It or Ditch It 1, an ensign walks in wearing a yellow captain shirt stating that it makes his eyes pop. It does. Kirk gets
Pitch
jealous
it.
and sits him down for a half-hour real time to explain why he can't wear a yellow shirt.
He wouldn't know that already. It's like the rule. It's like just the way it is.
Also, the gold shirt
Yeah.
isn't just for a captain.
He could be a command. Yeah.
The thing is, he had people who don't know Star Trek write these.
Oh, I get it. This wasn't his. Okay.
Ditch it.
Ditch it. Ditch it.
Number 2, a Klingon walks into the bridge wearing an ill-fitting red shirt and pants saying, "Hey guys, it's me, the new Starfleet man." So how does this machine work? Where's your intel? He stole the shirt from a man named Craig Smith, but he sharpied it out to say Krath. Constantly
Krath.
refers to the fact that he is in fact human and wears a stick-on mustache. You don't have to worry about me being the spy because I helped you find the dead crew member. The episode ends with Spock narrowing his eyes and you think he knows, but he just shakes his head and the episode ends. He stays on his crew for the rest of the season in the background. No speaking roles, but his ranks keep increasing.
I'm pitching this
I'm
fucking
pitching
hard.
that hard.
That's fucking hilarious. I just love the fry squint as Spock. I just picture that, and then the episode ends.
Pitch that one for sure.
That was great.
Next, the crew find the stripper planet, and the male members of the crew are intrigued to investigate, but the women don't want to. But it turns out it's run by a Klingon, and the women like his 2 dicks that are holstered in a special pair of pants.
Holstered. When he goes to the tailor, which side do you dress, sir?
Both.
Stripper planet? That's like every original Star Trek planet. It's kind of a
True.
stripper planet.
It's like hippie planet, but they all
Yeah.
dress like strippers anyway.
Yeah, they all dress like maybe they're dancing in cages. I don't know.
I'll pitch that. That's equal opportunity fucking for everybody.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll check out 2 dicks.
3, Kirk turns into a dog, but no one notices. Kirk seems
Pitch it.
quiet today. I wonder what's up.
Pitch it.
I'll pitch that. I like dogs.
I like both of those things.
Kirk gets a new hairstyle, and it's a regular episode, but every so often he subtly motions to his hair, but no one notices, and he gets slightly miffed. That could have actually happened in the show.
There might be footage of that, right?
Probably. He's like, check out my new toupee.
And they're like, oh god.
I'm gonna shotgun
Shred.
through some of these short ones.
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Crew. The crew accidentally hits a button on alien tech and hijinks ensue as they shrink.
That's already an episode of Deep Space Nine.
Kirk throws a temper tantrum because Kathy's a stupid bitch, so the crew locks him in his room until he calms down. He goes to bed without supper.
Kathy. Is that a comic reference? Like, what is...
Kathy the comic character?
Is there like a Kathy? Isn't there a Kathy?
There
That's
is.
like a comic
She's the one
strip?
that always goes, "Arg!"
That's her, yeah.
Kirk gets addicted to crack.
Okay.
Kirk is sent to couples therapy with the Enterprise. Kirk wakes up one day and thinks the Enterprise looks odd and asks people if it looks alright, and they agree it's fine, but one ensign says, I don't know, it kind of looks like a dick and balls. And then the rest of the episode, Kirk is trying to reshape it so it looks marginally like a wing-wang.
Marginally? What? Alright.
Kirk is roped into a Klingon pyramid scheme after clicking on a sketchy link in an email and loses the Enterprise, so the crew have to steal it back.
There's already an episode of Futurama about that.
Kirk starts working out and it gets out of hand. He gets super jacked and shames anyone who thinks they can lift more than him.
That just sounds like him.
2-hour special finale. Craig Smith wasn't dead. He was stuffed in a locker and just woke up. He steps onto the bridge and accuses Krath of stealing his identity. Kirk orders the crazy man off the bridge and apologizes to Krath.
We're gonna end on the callback. That's a pitch hit on the callback.
Spock checks the ship registry and edits Craig Smith to say Krath. The camera zooms in on Krath's face as he smiles knowingly. Time skip 1 week and we see Krath sitting in the captain's chair wearing the yellow shirt as he commands the ship to Klingon territory.
It's the yellow shirt. They all think it's the yellow shirt.
He looks towards the camera and winks. Finn.
Fucking yes, pitch that shit.
The fucking yellow captain shirt.
I like how that's the thing. Oh man.
Oh my god, that's a pitch.
That's a hard pitch.
Send in more of these.
That should be like another segment we do. We just like get people to ask their friends like, what do you like? Write a quick byline or like a log line for a Star Trek episode. They've never seen it. That'd be great. I like the mom Star Trek thing too that Boston Sean did. That was really funny.
That was hilarious.
That was
so
great.
More of that. Ask
that
people
dude's
who
mom
don't know
is
Star
fucking
Trek.
hilarious.
She's great. Speaking of moms, our next email is from Tapon.
Oh, mom's home.
It is entitled Request for Aid.
Oh my god.
Ensign Pennington.
Everything takes so long with it.
Ensign Henderson. This is Tapon. By now, you are aware of where I am from. Sigh? He sighs?
I mean, I mean, we know where you're from.
Oh my god, he sighed. He did a sigh.
Maybe he's just breathing.
Vulcans can't sigh. I am afraid you have completely missed the point of T'Pol's story. T'Pol's story. This was a cautionary tale against visiting Earth. In the age in which T'Pol was active, the full extent of the dangers of living amongst humans was not understood. We now know that prolonged exposure to human society erodes the discipline we practiced for decades. Even Ambassador Spock was known to make decisions based on emotional response rather than infallible logic. Very few Vulcans have demonstrated true mastery over the human influence. Commander Tuvok is amongst one, and is a personal mentor of mine. Your own perspective on the story was predictable, but nevertheless entertaining.
Oh, well, you're welcome, Tapon.
Thanks, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very Vulcan compliment of you.
I have an unrelated request for you two.
Okay.
Hoteen has been gone for over a month, and for the past 2 weeks, no one has been able to reach him. Last we knew,
dude.
He was recreating on Risa.
Oh, he's recreating already.
He's recreating all over some girls. My duties are becoming difficult. Last week, I played Moonlight Sonata in D minor and attributed it to being in C major. I have been unable to discuss this with my mother, and I am sure you noticed during last night's broadcast, I went over my show's allotted time by nearly 30 seconds.
Oh my god, I bet you fucking sucked at that cool out that they do in the radio, where they like time it right.
Man.
To the next song. I bet you sucked at that.
He's falling apart, dude. 30 seconds?
That's a D minor? It's a C major? It's not even the same fucking sound.
He's lost it.
C major is totally different.
Fortunately, the remainder of the Targ pack was late as usual, but it is a matter of professional pride that I end my show precisely when Hoteen's morning flyby featuring Hoteen and his Targ pack, Au, begins.
He does look thing.
Will you please host this morning show until we find a suitable host?
If it's just this show and we don't have to do extra work, definitely.
I have instructed Mo Latinum to set course toward your satellite.
Fucking Mo Latinum.
If you can forego your important penile research for 2 hours each morning, it would be of great assistance to myself.
I don't really get started until 2 hours in.
That's true. He mostly just fondles until then.
There's so many dicks to fondle. Like, there's a galaxy full of dicks out there.
He mostly uses our holodeck for dick fondling. It's all work. This man is all work, no play.
It's science, man. You gotta have a control dick and then an experimental dick.
I've been the experimental dick a few times.
You're the control now. I can feel your dick in the dark.
And you have.
And I do.
The show will be yours, and you may rename it if you wish. There are 2 things you should be made aware. Captain Drac of the SS Battle Axe has been calling every hour since Earth holiday Valentine's Day, requesting Pat Benatar. So if you accept, please be prepared to play Love is a Battlefield often.
He thinks it's a literal song about love being on a literal battlefield.
Of course, that's Drac's favorite song.
Of course. That's a great song, though.
It is a great song.
Nothing wrong with Pat Benatar.
Also, one of the members of the Targ Pack, a particularly irksome human named Wesley Crusher, is not fond of you.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Fucking, I refuse now.
Yeah, now I don't want to do it.
I have made it clear to him, however, that I am offering the show to you two due to your experience with broadcasting. You will be his supervisor and can dismiss him at any time.
Can I dismiss him from the mortal coil?
I'm gonna dismiss him into space.
Yeah, dismiss his soul from his body. Sorry, Katra.
I feel I should warn you. I am not Commander Tuvok. This will be my ship, and I will not succumb to your human reputation.
Okay. If
Also,
you say so.
If you are aware of where Hotine or a certain Kathy is located, please inform the Romulan Empire, as they will not cease calling us. Please consider my request. Live long and prosper. Tapon's radio program, Hotine's Morning Flyby, featuring Hotine and his Targ Pack, USS Tapon's radio program.
I'm not gonna snitch on Hotine as much as he's an asshole.
Snitches get stitches. I'm not narking.
Yeah, I'm not trying. We don't even use stitches anymore, but they do get them still.
Snitches get imager stitches.
Stitches get dermal regenerated. Doesn't flow as well.
What do we have to do to host this show?
I mean, I don't really know. I'm not gonna say yeah because I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
just play this part of the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna rename the show. You said I was allowed to rename it. I'm gonna rename it M-Class Email.
Nice.
And I'm firing the whole Targ Pack.
2 birds, 1 stone.
And it's just me and Josh reading these emails.
Damn. So yeah, sure, we did it. Great. You're welcome. What's his name?
Tapon. Thank you, Tapon, for giving us this great new show that we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity to be on your Targ Pack Awoo.
Who do you think our last email of the night's from?
Oh, I bet it's from Rich.
It is from Rich. It's called. It's titled "Here Goes." ...
Oh no!
Now this is a story all about how two dudes turned a dune buggy upside down. This doesn't gonna work, Rich.
It doesn't gonna work.
Now this is a story all about how 2 dudes turned a dune buggy upside down. And I'd like to take a minute to record a log and tell you how their princely careers were turned into frogs.
All right, I'm out.
In Starfleet Academy, they completed their studies. This doesn't work!
It's too many syllables.
Klingon anatomy, where these boys became buddies. The establishment didn't seem to like their faces. They were just too cool in all the wrong places.
All right, that's amazing. Great job. You brought it back.
Then a couple of Nausicaans who were up to no good started buggy races in their neighborhood.
Nausicaans are always doing that.
They got in one little flip and Nechayev got scared. Said you're manning that satellite in the middle of nowhere.
Oh! Amazing. Fucking Bitchayev.
They sped to M at warp 7 or 8, and the pilot kicked them out to meet their fate. But they enjoy their new home despite Nechayev's ploys to sit on their thrones as the Trekkest of boys.
Damn, alright. That was great.
I'm on board now. I couldn't make it fit the rhyming scheme, but it was still great.
It's tough. There's a lot.
Yeah, so that was the thing. Big fan of unnecessary intros here.
He's doing a different one every week. I appreciate that.
I counted wrong. This is Season 8, Episode 10 of TNG. Buckle up, Jeff. I wrote this one with you in mind.
Oh, God. What's it going to be about, Vulcans?
There's going to be boobies in this one.
Well, I like them.
I like butts, too. Hopefully there's some of those.
I like butts more than boobies. So.
I think I might, too, honestly.
I mean, yeah, because you're a man of taste.
That's right.
Boobies can be anything. Like, I don't even care what boobies look like, but a fine butt, ooh, it's tough to come by.
Even white boys got to shout.
Turn around, stick it out. Let me see that nasty butt.
Hell yeah. Following the destruction of the Enterprise D, the crew are without a ship for the first time in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
This has been tough on all the crew, but none more than Beverly and Deanna.
Why? Was all their stuff in it?
Their patients were a large part of their lives.
Oh, he explains it.
And with the crew, it's weird, he explained it in the next sentence. And with the crew dispersed to new postings, they find themselves at a crossroads in their careers.
See you at the crossroads.
See you at the crossroads.
Bone, bone, bone.
Fucking love that song.
Hell yeah, you do.
It is a double loss for Dr. Crusher, who has also lost the home she saw her son, don't worry, no Wesley guest spot, mature in. She feels lost and has written a letter resigning her commission.
You stupid idiot.
You never leave Starfleet.
They're gonna make another one.
Deanna visits Beverly in her new home and asks her to come along on a diplomatic mission that Starfleet security are sending her on. Mm-hmm. Beverly is initially reluctant, but Deanna says she needs a friend to come along with her. They're opening formal relations on the Gorn home world.
Oh, we're gonna get some Gorn blinks.
Fucking Gorn blinks.
Gorn blinks. Put them Gorn blinks in.
gimme them Gorn blinks.
Blinky, blinky, blinky.
Blink, blink, blink.
It makes that noise every time they blink. Cartoon blink.
That's blink. Very distracting. Please stop.
Blink, stop blink. Blinking. I have to. My eyes need water.
It's titled Savior.
Ooh.
Troy and Crusher find themselves traveling to Gornar aboard the USS Wellington, led by Andorian Captain Danix. Which is a great fucking name, Danix.
Danix is cool.
He tells them that despite being a violent, savage race, the Gorn have open communications with the Federation via their new civilian government. Their new leader is less temperamental than some of his predecessors and is seeking to expand the hegemony's interests beyond conflict.
Okay.
Danix is understandably suspicious.
I would be too.
You're an Andorian at heart, I feel.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Arriving on Gornar, Deanna and Bev are invited to meet and greet with the new Gorn government, but Gorn raiders attack the meeting place and kidnap Beverly.
No! My doctor!
My doctor! How am I gonna get my dick implants put in? I mean medicine.
I mean doctor stuff.
She's taken to another camp where a female Gorn captain ushers her into a tent.
Oh, are there female Gorn? That's a good question.
She has a venomous hatred for Starfleet, but needs a doctor for her mate.
Do you see what he did there?
That was clever.
That's
good. She needs a doctor for her mate, the previous leader of the Gorn named Coleus.
Ooh.
Coleus is fatally ill, and Gorn culture dictates that the weak must die. There aren't even any Gorn doctors.
Fucking Gorn.
But Coleus was fit and healthy until recently, and had made great strides into uniting the warring tribes of Gorn under one banner.
He was poisoned.
It's hard to believe that he wasn't targeted by an enemy.
Yeah, because they're all lizards.
Fucking cold-blooded hobgoblins.
Green blood, green bud.
Back at camp, the Gorn civilian government explains that Coleus's tribe have always opposed outside influences, that he believes to survive on their own is the way of the strong. Captain Danix voices his disdain of people like Coleus to Deanna, and says that if they can locate Beverly, they can help their new allies set things right. Deanna is concerned by Danix's eagerness to interfere in Gorn politics. Coleus is a belligerent patient to Beverly to deal with, prideful and arrogant, referring to her as weak for caring when she should kill him as an enemy of the Federation.
Damn.
He wears a strip of gold in his Gorn wrappings, and Beverly asks what it is. Unfolding it, he reveals the command insignia of an old Starfleet uniform.
Oh, it's from when they went on the thing.
His great-grandfather took it from the villainous Kirk.
Damn.
He admits that he would rather kill every Gorn on the planet rather than see them allied with the Federation.
Fuck, dude.
In treating him, Beverly finds out that he's been poisoned. Called it.
Of course.
Fucking Josh called it.
Of course.
With the help of the civilian government, Danix and Deanna locate Coleus's camp and plan a rescue. Troy starts to think Danix is more eager to find the Gorn than their comrade, but he dismisses her suspicions and sends her back to the Wellington. Beverly explains that the poison in Coleus's system isn't from Gornar, and Coleus tells her of an outsider who came to see him months ago, an Andorian.
What?
When Beverly tells him Danix is here on the planet negotiating with the new government, Coleus says she has a choice. Cure him and watch any hope for the Gorn Federation peace perish with the civilian government, or let him die and taint her precious Federation ideals.
Whoa.
Danix and his team invade the compound, but Coleus is nowhere to be found. Suddenly, the tribe ambush the rescue party, and a newly reinvigorated Coleus is the leader.
Damn, dude, this dude's crazy.
The team look like they're about to die, but Troy arrives with another security team to take Danix into custody. She used her diplomatic clearance to find the evidence in the ship's computer that Danix's family were killed years ago in a Gorn raid.
Fucking Danix. We got one Andorian and he's a bad guy.
Fucking Danix.
Danix.
Coleus initially refuses to let them go, spoiling for a fight, but Beverly bargains the safe release of the Starfleet officers in exchange for her silence about treating him. Not wanting to appear weak to his tribe, he agrees, but not before fatally wounding Danix.
Oh, bye, Danix.
R.I.P. Danix.
It was fun knowing you.
Back on the Wellington, Beverly confides that she couldn't let the Gorn die, regardless of what it meant for the lasting peace with the Gorn. Troy comforts her, saying that if she saw sacrificing one life as a bargaining chip for peace, she'd be no better than Danix.
Yeah, it's not Federation. That's not how we do.
Beverly deletes her resignation letter.
Oh, yeah. She back.
Fuck yeah, my favorite doctor back in the doctor's seat.
She's a redhead, so I'd like to look at her butt.
Oh yeah.
All right. I mean, these are just pitch hits.
They're always gonna be pitch hits. There's no way they're not gonna be a pitch.
These are great. Some Gorn shit? Fuck yeah. Some Andorians? Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah. Sigh.
Some Beverly Crusher? Oh my god.
Always on board for some Bev. Sigh. The Gorn really should have been in more episodes, shouldn't they? Yes.
Same with Andorians.
Fuck yeah.
The Gorn are weird. So in expanded universe shit, the Gorn and the Federation kind of get along well.
Well, they stay out of each other's hair.
Yeah, they have trade treaties and stuff though.
Really?
Yeah, so they trade.
I guess that makes sense in a way because the first diplomatic meeting of Gorn and Federation is Kirk and the Gorn.
Yeah.
Where they saw eye to eye finally and understood each other.
They kind of get it, right?
Yeah.
But they kind of are it's not great. It's tenuous and not very good.
I love that the Gorn is called the Gorn hegemony. I love that name.
I know, it's fucking awesome. In ESO, they're not ESO, in STO, sorry. They're with the Klingons.
Yeah.
So and one of the ministers is Gorn, and he's fucking huge. He's 9 foot tall. He's
That's
huge.
awesome. Fucking, I would, if I get back into playing STO, I might play as a Gorn.
It's fun. That's why I asked if there were female Gorns, because in the game there aren't female Gorns.
Well, in Season 8 of Star Trek TNG...
I'm all about making a female Gorn. I'm just
Hell
saying.
Yeah. He says, okay, till next time, my 2 favorite lizard people. Signed, Rich, Chief Tooth Extractor at the Cardassian Prison Satellite, Snake Nazi. One word, Snake Nazi.
It just translates to Snake Nazi. Fucking Snake Nazis.
Thanks for that email, Rich. that is all the emails we have for this episode of M
That
Class
was a good
Email.
episode. That was fun.
They're always good episodes.
I know. I always say that this one was good, but they're all
This
good.
one was good. The other ones were shit. What was
Yeah, this
up
one
with
made the other
those?
ones look like dog shit. Don't even listen to them. I'm just kidding. Listen to them.
Listen to them all, please.
Be a patron.
That's right. You could be a patron over at patreon.com/mclasspodcast, where for as little as $1,
Gotcha. I'd buy that for $1.
for as little as $1, you could get this podcast you're listening to now a week early.
Fuck, dude. That's like almost 7 days early.
You get almost 7 days early. You get access to the M-Class Discord full of people like Rich, who are full of fucking creative awesomeness, and they're just pals forever in there. Go join them.
It's fun.
And you get a bunch of wallpapers of all the episode art.
Yeah. Plus, we do other stuff occasionally, too.
Yes. That's just for $1. That's what you get for $1.
Oh, that's what you get for $1. But if you do more, you get more things.
I don't think you get the episode early for $1. I'm not sure.
Maybe $2? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it $5?
You get things. You get all
not-
this shit.
It's not like we control this or anything.
It's not about what you get in return. It's about supporting people you love.
Yeah, we get allowed to do this. Like, I get to eat food before we do the show, which makes me funnier.
That's right. Also, if you didn't support us with your money, we would both be dead and then wouldn't be able to make the podcast at
There
all.
wouldn't be a show. It would just be our skeletons sitting here silently.
And
just
who's going to
being skeleton.
upload the silence? We're both skeletons.
Who's gonna edit? Skeletons can't edit, stupid. They don't have muscles.
They're too dead to edit. More like dead it.
Fuck.
Thanks for tuning in, though. If you'd like your email read on the air, you can shoot us a message at mclassemail@gmail.com.
It can be about anything. It can be about Batman Beyond.
Please don't send us a synopsis to a comic book.
Yeah, because I might want to read it.
If you do it like the guy who did that did, and have other content in your email as well.
Yes.
So I can skip it like an asshole.
But also just send us whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
I'm going to be the good cop this episode.
Yeah, fuck all of you listeners. I'm bad cop.
I love you. Send whatever.
You can follow us on Twitter at mclasspodcast.
That one's pretty easy to do.
And again, become a patron at patreon.com/mclasspodcast.
Yeah, and follow us on Twitter separately if you don't. You probably already do. But if you don't, I'm at Henderson1983.
I am at _Jeff Pennington.
Don't go to the other guy who's not Jeff.
No, he's like a teacher or a lawyer or something. He seems like an alright guy. He doesn't
looks like
tweet
a-
much, though.
He looks like a dork. I hate him.
Yeah, well, I do too. I got a much better beard, though. This guy's rocking a 0 out of 10 beard.
That's unfortunate.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in 1 week for more M Class.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.